From time to time, you might carry out a survey that doesn't fit into any of our existing templates. This is where the general survey template comes in really handy. So the general survey template I like to think of as a bit of a catch-all template. You can customize the report title, and then it lets you capture information about an item that you've surveyed, where you've surveyed this item, when it was surveyed, and some basic information, for example, a description and some remedial actions if appropriate. You can also add some photographs along with some captions as well. So this is great if you're doing something like just a general walk around of a building, perhaps to identify some remedial actions, or you're doing some sort of pre-survey site visit, or creating some sort of quote for your client. This is a great template you could use. Now, what we often do for clients is we'll offer them the general survey template, and then if you need any customizations, we can either copy the template and create a new one for the specific work that you're doing, or we can change the existing template to have those fields. So let's have a look and see what gets captured as part of this template. Now, first of all, you can see we've got this report title section. If I click into this, it's very straightforward. It's just asking us to put a report title. If this is left blank, it will default to general survey. So for example, you might say something like remedial action plan. I'm going to click save here. Next, we have a scope, site description, and cover photo. So in here, we can describe the site that we're looking at, the scope of work, the purpose of this report, and any other notes. We've also got the cover photo and an optional caption that's going to appear underneath. Next, we have the inspection section. Now, I'm going to add a new item to show you the data that gets captured. You can see, first of all, it's prompting us for some information about the building, the level and the location, and also the item that we're looking at. Next is the inspection date, the description, and if there are any remedial actions, you can put them in here. We also have the option to add several photographs. So we have the first photograph along with a corresponding caption, second photograph and its caption, and the third and fourth photo along with their captions. What I want to point out is there's also what's called a quick fill. So if we press this button here, we can choose before and after photos or before, during and after photos. If you select before and after photos, it populates the photo 1 caption with before work and the photo 2 caption with after work, just to save you from having to put these in yourself. We can create quick fills for anything you want. So if you find yourself repeating the same bits of information when using the general survey template, that's usually an indication that you might need a quick fill. You can contact our support team and they'll add one onto your account if you tell us the configuration of data you tend to enter every single time. So let's close this and head to the next section, which is the attachments. So this template allows you to add any number of attachments which will be added to the appendix. You can see here we have the option to import a PDF or to add a single item. You want to use add item if you've got an existing JPEG or PNG file that you just need to add. Use import PDF if you've got a PDF to save you from having to split off each page. This will do that for you. You can see here's a drawing that we've added previously. So we've used the type drawings. This will dictate how the cover page in the appendix looks. Next, we have the page number. In this case, it's appropriate to leave this blank. We can also add a title, which will appear in the top right-hand corner of the PDF. If you want to put a rough sketch in, you can do that too. So your process might be to go to site, do a rough sketch, and then draw up the final image in the office. If that was your process, then you could include your rough sketch here. This won't appear on the report, but this final image will appear on the report. So it can act as a bit of a reminder that there's something else to do. Next, we have the paper size and orientation. Lastly, we've got this QC and approval section. This just has a quality control date and an issue date to indicate when you've done those things. We can also add a signature here too, if you like. Now let's take a little look at the report and see how this appears. First of all, you can see we've got our cover photo. Next, we have the report title that we entered. If you remember, we added that here. If that's blank, then it will default to general survey, like we've got now. You can see where the work took place, when the survey happened, and we've got our project reference here too. You'll notice that the cover page has this light branding. This will show your logo and contact details. The report also has a table of contents which will grow and shrink depending on what's in the report. You can see because we added those drawings, we've now got a separate section in the appendices which has the drawings, in this case a landscape page within an otherwise portrait report. Scrolling back to the start, we then have the report details. This information's been pulled through from the job, so it tells you who the client is, the project, the site address, and it will also show a map based on the job address. It also tells us the surveyors that were on site, when they were on site, and the current QC and issue date. Next, we have the remedial actions. This is going to show anything where there was a remedial action included. For example, if we go into this one here, you can see there's a remedial action in this text box. Therefore, this item will appear in the remedial actions table. Next, we have the inspection overview. This is everything you've looked at as part of this general survey. So we can see the inspection date, the description, and also every item has this view link. If we click on this, it'll take you straight to that item. One of the great things about this template is it will adapt to the number of photographs you have included. So we've added 3 photographs to this inspection item. Therefore, it shows a 2x2 grid of photographs. However, in the next item, we've just added a single photo, and therefore the single photo is shown on its own and a full width and full height. If we'd added 2 photos, we would see a 2x1 grid. Another thing you'll notice is that the report images are clickable. If you hover over it and click, it'll take you to the original full high resolution image where you can zoom in and get the extra detail. The other thing you'll notice is this image isn't cropped. It's exactly as you took it, whereas the one here has been cropped to suit the layout and make sure it fits properly. Whereas this image is a lot taller, as you can see. So just to recap, the general survey template is a bit of a catch-all template. It allows you to create a report for your client which might not otherwise sit into one of our other report templates. We often customize this template for our clients. So if you've got a very simple type of survey that you do, we generally use this as a bit of a starting point. We'll then customize it with extra fields or extra options to allow you to carry out that type of survey. So then you can do everything within our system. The advantage to doing this, of course, is that everything is captured. All of the jobs will show in your jobs list and you can find them very easily. So I hope this has been a useful demo. If you are a Flow Mobile Surveying user and you'd like this template added to your account, please get in touch and we can add it straight away. If you're not a Flow Mobile Surveying user and you carry out some sort of simple surveys that you think this would be suitable for, please get in touch via our website contact page and we'll be happy to show you a demo. All the best. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.